welcome back to Arctic Scavengers. We're playing the base game, and we are the initiator this time. And so we're going to begin, and so let's get right into it. We're going to zoom down into our playing area and see what we have in our hand and make some decisions. Alright, so we're having a look at our cards here, and we have a refugee, we have 2 brawlers this time, and 2 scavengers. And I really want to win the contested resource. Let's have a look at it, because when we are the initiator, we get to look at the contested resource, and it is a tribe family. And they're going to be worth 3 points at the end. They can hunt, and they can use tools to fight. But other than that, they're pretty useless. However, they're worth 3 victory points, so I think it's in our best interest to actually get them. So we're going to hang on to the brawlers, of course. We're not going to use them to dig. The scavengers, I think I'm going to draw 2 cards, and so I'm going to place those into my discard. I'm going to have to shuffle this, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to draw 2 cards. So let me just pause here while I shuffle this, and then we're going to draw 2 cards. All right, and I should note, so I played the 2 scavengers, kind of playing them down into our play area. So I needed to draw 2 cards, so I reshuffled the stuff that was in the discard to add to our refugee and 2 brawlers. And so we're going to draw 2 cards. So we get a spear, that is excellent, and we get a shovel. So now we have some decisions to make, and I can put these now in the discard. And I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to have, wow, I could have everybody go into the fight and have 2, 4, 6, 7 attack. But I think I'm going to take the refugee because we have no meds yet, and we're going to have him go and dig. So with the shovel, the refugee is going to take 2 cards off of the deck, and there we go, we get some pills. So we're going to take the spear, and we're going to put it under the deck here, and we're going to keep the pills and hiding them, of course. And then I'm going to commit the 3 cards to the skirmish. So the 2 brawlers and the spear is going to give me a total of 6. So that's pretty good. So here we go. So we're all set. Next, we go over to Craig. All right, so Craig's had a look at his cards, and he is going to commit 3 cards to the skirmish. So we don't know what they are. And he is also going to take his refugee with a shovel, and that's going to give him 2 for digging. So he's going to go ahead and dig in the junk pile. 2 cards. He gets to keep one of them if he wants. You don't have to. So he's going to take one and stick it into his discard that we don't see. The other one's going to go back to the bottom of the junkyard pile, and he's committed 3 cards to the skirmish. And now we go over to Owlbear. Alright, so Owlbear's had a look at his cards. He is going to commit 2 cards to the skirmish, so we don't know what they are. And he is going to take, he has 2 scavengers and a med kit. So he has 2 food and 2 meds. And with 2 food and 2 meds, he's going to start getting nasty. He is going to get the sniper team, which costs 2 meds, 2 food. This particular group is he could snipe a tribe member, forcing it to be discarded. And this can happen during the skirmish or when someone else is trying to play cards for activities. You can snipe them off. Then this card would be discarded, and the card you snipe is discarded. So he's gearing up to be a little more aggressive. Of course, Owlbear is pretty aggressive. All right, that's it. We're going to rearrange the camera. We're going to take a look at who is going to win the contested resource based on the cards that were placed for the skirmish. All right, so Owlbear here has a brawler and a refugee. So he just has 2, so he doesn't have a heck of a lot this time for the skirmish. Now we should do this in orders, and it will be important later, but right now it doesn't really matter the order. So we do look at ours first because we're the initiator. We have 2 brawlers and a spear. Or shovel, I think. Yeah, 2 and a spear. We have a total of 6 attack points. Craig here has a multi-tool, which he can't use because he only has 1 person. So he has a scavenger with a spear. So he has 3. So we've totally beaten him. And of course, Owlbear just has 2. So we win the contested resource. So we would take that. We would not show anybody, and it would all go into the discard. and of course all of these. Now he did have a multi-tool, but of course you can only equip one tool to one tribe member, so he wasn't able to equip it. Goes into his discard, and of course Owlbear lost out completely this time over there. All right, so now the initiator card after that is going to pass over to Crag. We're going to shuffle up his deck and deal 5 cards. Same with everybody. So let me zoom out, and we're going to do another turn. All right. So Crag is the initiator this time, and he is committing. Well, first of all, he gets to look at the contested resource to see what it is, and that will determine, of course, how many cards he wants to put into the skirmish. And he is going to apply. He's going to put 4 cards into the skirmish. Whoops, and those were not the right 4 cards. These are the 4 cards that he wanted to put in. And he's going to spend the med kit. Now the med kit's not a tool. It doesn't have to be attached to a tribe member to use, and it's worth 2 meds. So he's going to play that, and he is going to recruit a hunter. And the hunter only requires 1 med to recruit, so he's recruiting a hunter. So that's done, and he's put 4 cards into the skirmish for the contested resource. Up next, Owlbear. All right, so Owlbear's had a close look at his cards, and he is going to put 2 cards into the skirmish. And he is left now with a few other cards. And so what he's going to do, he has 2 food, because the Scavengers using the spear to go hunting, and he has med kit for 2. So he has a 2 and 2 again. And with the 2 and 2 again, he is going to buy another sniper team. So he's going to be all about picking off Crag and I with his sniper team. That's a 2nd sniper team. That's pretty nasty. Now we go over to us. All right, so over to us. So let's take a look at our hand. We have a Scavenger, a Refugee, a Brawler, Pickaxe, 2 pickaxes. Wow, I think we should, although Crag put 4 cards into the 4 cards in, eh? So this is pretty interesting. But we can have the Scavenger use a pickaxe. Will give us 3 attack, and if the Brawler uses the pickaxe, we'd have a total of 7 attack. You know what? I think we're just going to commit everything, because the Refugee can't do anything by himself. We're committing everything to the brawl. 5 cards. We may lose. Crag may have us beat. Let's take a look at what's going to happen for the contested resource. All right, so contested resource time. We have a Refugee that we cannot use. However, Crag's the initiator. Let's take a look at his. He has a Brawler with group leaders, which can be attached as well as a tool. So he has a Brawler, which is 2, 4, and 6. Now he has a multi-tool, which is another tool, but he cannot attach it because he only has 1 person. And group leaders, because of the green the green numbers here, cannot attach things to themselves. They're a modifier, not an actual tribe member, although they do count for points as tribe member. So Crag has 6. Owlbear has basically not much. He has 2, and we, I think, have pulled it off. We have a Scavenger with a pickaxe, which is going to give us 3, and a Brawler with a spear or pickaxe as well. So we have 2, 4, 6. We have 7. Crag only has 6. We get the contested resource, and so we'll take a look at it. It's a cargo sled, and so it's a modifier tool. Gives us +2 digging, +2 in food, and it says when digging in the junkyard, you may keep 1 additional tool or med, so you can keep 2 cards instead of 1. That is really cool. All right, so we're going to put that into our discard. We have won that, and I think we're going to have 1 more round. Owlbear will be up next as the instigator. And so let's just rearrange stuff, and let's get to Owlbear for the last round this turn. All right, so Owlbear, having a look at his cards, and he is, of course, getting to look at the contested resource first to see what it is, and whether he wants to bother with it or not. And after having looked at it, he is going to commit 3 cards to the skirmish. So that's going to be for his skirmish. And he is sending out a Refugee with a shovel to go digging around in the junkyard. So he's going to get to draw 2 cards. Junkyard deck. Keep 1 of them if he wants. and put the others back on the bottom. So he is going to keep one card. Of course, we're not going to know what it is. He's going to put that into his pile, and he is done. So next we go over to us. All right, over to us, and let's have a look and see what we have. We have a pickaxe, a brawler, another pickaxe, a refugee, and the cargo sled. All right, that's, well, we don't have much for people. Yeah, I think, well, okay, let's, we're going to commit, I guess we're going to put 3 in, even though we have 2 pickaxes. They're not going to do us any good, but the other players may not know what we're doing. So we're going to put 3 cards into the skirmish, and we're going to send our refugee out with the cargo sled. And of course the cargo sled says, when digging in the junkyard, you may keep 1 additional tool or med. So let's hope we only get to draw 2 cards. Let's hope that they're both good and see what we can get. So we're going to draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Oh, cool. We get 2 med kits, and we're able to keep both of them because with the cargo sled, we're able to keep an additional card if it's a med or tool. And so this is awesome. So we get 2 med kits. Of course, nobody knows that. We get to keep both. That's excellent. Over to Craig. All right, Craig's had a look at his cards, and he is going to commit 3 cards to the skirmish, and he's going to send out a refugee with a shovel. So he's going to be able to draw 2 cards off the junkyard deck, keep 1 if he wants, and discard the other. And so he is going to put 1 card in the bottom. It's his choice. And he's going to take 1 card, which of course we don't know what it is, and he's going to stick it into his discard. All right, this is going to be the final showdown for this episode. So let's take a look at who is going to win the contested resource. All right, it's showdown time. So Owlbear is the initiator. So we're going to look at his cards first. He has a scavenger, and he has 2 scavengers, and he's also using, he has a demolition team. So he has 3 tribe members. For a total attack of 4. Going over to us, we have a brawler with a pickaxe. We have 2 pickaxes, so 1 of course is not going to be used because you can only apply 1 tool to a tribe member group. So that's 4 attack for us. We also have 4 attack. And Craig has a brawler, a scavenger, and a shovel, and he has a total of 4 attack. So we all have 4 attack. So we do have a 3-way tie. And how you break the tie is you see how many tribe members have come to the skirmish. Owlbear has 2, 3, 4. Craig has 2, and we have 1. So Owlbear wins the tie because he has the most tribe members fighting over the contested resource. So Owlbear once again scoops the contested resource. And there you have it. So that is basically the end of this episode. Just going to do a little cleanup here. And that's going to be it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for the continuation of Arctic Scavengers. We're going to be the initiator again for the start of next episode. So thanks so much. And yeah, Arctic Scavengers, we're playing the base game. Join me next time as we continue to rummage through the wastelands and try and collect as many tribe members as possible to win the game. All right, thanks. Join me next time.